Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, maybe to grab a glass of water or use the bathroom, and felt a little unsteady on your feet? It's something so many of us experience as we get older, and it's not just a small inconvenience. It can be downright scary. That moment when you pause, wondering if you're going to make it across the room without tripping or losing your balance, is something I hear about all the time from folks over 60. And here's the thing. Falls are one of the biggest risks we face as we age. They can lead to injuries that change our lives, steal our independence, and make us feel like we're not as strong as we used to be. But what if I told you that there's a simple nighttime habit, so easy you'll wonder why you didn't start it sooner, that can prevent up to 90% of those falls? It's not about fancy equipment, expensive supplements, or complicated routines. It's about small practical changes you can make tonight to keep yourself safe and confident. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 simple habits that can transform your nighttime routine and drastically reduce your risk of falling. These are things anyone can do, no matter your fitness level or how many years you've got under your belt. I'll share real stories from people just like you who've made these changes and seen a huge difference, plus some easy tips to get started right away. By the time we're done, you'll feel empowered to take control of your safety and sleep better, knowing you're protecting yourself. So, let's dive into the first habit, because this one is the foundation for everything else. The first habit is all about creating a clear, safe path in your bedroom. Now, I know what you might be thinking. My bedroom's fine. I've been navigating it for years. But here's the reality. When you're groggy at 2 a.m., even a familiar room can become a minefield. A loose rug, a pair of slippers left by the bed, or even a phone charger cord can trip you up before you even realize what's happening. I remember talking to Mary, a 72-year-old grandmother from Ohio, who told me she used to keep a small stool by her bed to help her get in and out. One night, she didn't see it in the dark, caught her foot, and went down hard. Luckily, she only ended up with a bruised knee, but it was a wake-up call. She realized her bedroom wasn't as safe as she thought. So, how do you make your bedroom a fall-proof zone? Start by taking a good look at your space tonight. Walk from your bed to the bathroom or wherever you go most often at night, and imagine doing it with the lights off or when you're half asleep. Is there anything in your way? A rug that curls up at the edges? A stack of books on the floor? Maybe a pet bed your furry friend loves but you keep forgetting is there. Clear it all out. If you've got rugs, make sure they're secured with double-sided tape or non-slip pads. If you can't part with that favorite rug, consider moving it to a spot where you don't walk at night. And those cords? Bundle them up and tuck them behind furniture or use cord organizers to keep them off the floor. The goal is to create a straight, uncluttered path from your bed to your destination. Now, here's a pro tip. Keep a small basket or box by your bed for things like glasses, books, or your phone. That way, you're not tossing stuff on the floor where it can trip you later. It's such a simple change, but it's a game changer. Mary, that grandmother I mentioned, started doing this and said it not only made her feel safer, but also made her bedroom feel calmer and more organized. She even got her husband to join in, and now they both sleep better, knowing their room is a safe zone. Let's move on to the second habit, which builds on that safe path idea: lighting your way. One of the biggest reasons falls happen at night is because we can't see where we're going. Maybe you don't want to turn on the overhead light because it's too bright, or you're worried about waking your partner. But stumbling around in the dark is a recipe for trouble. Your eyes don't adjust as quickly as they used to, and your balance isn't as sharp in low light. That's why adding soft, strategic lighting to your nighttime routine is so powerful. You don't need to rewire your house or spend a fortune. Start with something as simple as a plug-in nightlight. Place one in your bedroom near the bed and another in the hallway or bathroom, wherever you go most often. Look for motion sensor nightlights that turn on only when you move, so you're not fumbling for a switch. I love the ones that give off a warm amber glow because they're gentle on your eyes and won't mess with your sleep like bright white or blue lights can. Another great option is a small bedside lamp with a touch control. No buttons to mess with when you're half asleep. I heard from John, a 68-year-old retiree, who swore he didn't need nightlights because he knew his house like the back of his hand. But after a close call where he misjudged a step in the dark, he decided to give it a try. He put a motion sensor light in his hallway, and now he says it's like having a personal guide every time he gets up. He even added a second one in the bathroom, and he's amazed at how much more confident he feels moving around at night. The beauty of these first two habits, clearing your path and lighting your way, is that they're so easy to implement. You can do them tonight and start feeling safer right away. But they're just the beginning. There's another habit that ties everything together and makes these changes even more effective, and it's all about what you do before you even get out of bed. Let's talk about that next. So, we've got your bedroom path cleared and your nighttime route lit up like a gentle runway. Those changes alone can make a huge difference in keeping you steady on your feet. But now, let's talk about something that happens even before you swing your legs out of bed. The third habit that's a total game changer for preventing falls. This one is all about taking a moment to pause and prepare your body for movement. It's so simple, yet it's the step that can stop a fall before it even has a chance to happen. Picture this. You wake up in the middle of the night, maybe because you heard a noise or you need to use the bathroom. Your brain's a little foggy and your body feels stiff from lying still for hours. Your first instinct might be to jump up and get moving, but that's when trouble can sneak in. As we age, our blood pressure and circulation don't always keep up with sudden movements, and that can leave you dizzy or off balance. I heard from Susan, a 74-year-old from Florida, who used to do this all the time. She'd hop out of bed without thinking, and one night she felt so woozy she had to grab the nightstand to steady herself. That's when she realized she needed to slow down. The habit here is to practice what I call the sit and settle technique. When you wake up, don't rush to stand. Instead, sit up slowly on the edge of your bed and take a few deep breaths. Let your body adjust. Give your heart and brain a second to catch up. While you're sitting there, wiggle your toes, flex your ankles, and maybe roll your shoulders a bit. This wakes up your muscles and gets your blood flowing. It only takes about 30 seconds, but it's like giving your body a warm-up before you take those first steps. Susan started doing this, and she says it's like night and day. She feels steady and in control, and she's not white-knuckling the furniture anymore. Here's a little trick to make this habit stick. Keep a glass of water by your bed. When you sit up, take a small sip. Not only does it give you a reason to pause, but staying hydrated helps with circulation and can reduce that lightheaded feeling. Plus, it's a kind gesture to yourself, a little moment of care in the middle of the night. If you're someone who likes routines, you can even make this part of a calming ritual, like taking a deep breath and saying to yourself, "I'm ready, let's do this." It's amazing how something so small can make you feel so much more confident. Now, let's move on to the fourth habit, which is about strengthening the foundation of your balance, your legs and core. You don't need to be lifting weights or running marathons to stay steady, but keeping your muscles strong is one of the best ways to prevent falls. The good news? You can build strength with simple exercises that fit right into your nighttime routine, and you don't even need to leave your bedroom to do them. One of the easiest exercises is the chair stand. All you need is a sturdy chair. Your bedside chair or even a dining chair works great. Before you go to bed, take a minute to do this. Sit down in the chair, then stand up slowly without using your hands. Repeat it 5 or 10 times, depending on what feels comfortable. This strengthens your legs and core, which are critical for keeping you balanced when you're walking across the room at night. If you're new to this, hold onto the bed or a wall for support until you feel steady. I spoke with Robert, a 70-year-old from Texas, who started doing chair stands every night while brushing his teeth. He didn't think it would make much difference, but after a few weeks, he noticed he was walking with more confidence, and getting out of bed felt easier. Another great move is the bedside leg lift. While you're sitting on the edge of your bed, maybe during that sit and settle moment, lift one leg straight out in front of you, hold it for a second, then lower it slowly. Do 5 lifts on each side. This strengthens your thigh muscles, which help you stay stable when you're stepping over a rug or turning a corner. These exercises are so quick, you can do them while chatting with your spouse or listening to a favorite song. The key is consistency. Do them most nights, and you'll feel stronger and more secure in no time. What I love about this habit is that it's not about overhauling your life or signing up for a gym membership. It's about sneaking in little bursts of strength building that fit into your routine. Robert told me he actually looks forward to his chair stands now because it's his way of saying, "I'm taking care of myself." And that's the kind of mindset that makes all these habits so powerful. They're not just about preventing falls. They're about feeling capable and in charge of your body. There's one more habit that pulls all of this together, and it's the secret to making your nighttime routine not just safe, but also restful. It's about setting yourself up for better sleep and a calmer mind, so you're not tossing and turning or rushing around in the dark. Let's dive into that next. We've already covered some powerful ways to make your night safer: clearing your bedroom path, lighting your way, pausing to settle before you stand, and building strength with simple exercises. These habits are like building blocks, each one making you steadier and more confident when you move around at night. But there's one final habit that ties everything together, and it's the one that can make your nighttime routine not just safer, but also more peaceful. This 5th habit is all about creating a calming bedtime routine that sets you up for better sleep and a clearer mind, so you're not stumbling around half asleep or stressed in the dark. It's so simple, yet it's the key to preventing those falls that happen when we're not fully present. Let's think about what happens when you're tossing and turning at night. Maybe you're worried about something, or your mind's racing with tomorrow's to-do list. When you finally get up to use the bathroom or grab a drink, you're not really focused. You're distracted, groggy, and more likely to misstep. That's where an intentional bedtime routine comes in. It's about signaling to your body and brain that it's time to wind down, so you sleep more soundly and move more deliberately if you need to get up. I talked to Linda, a 69-year-old from California, who used to lie awake for hours, her mind buzzing. She'd get up feeling frazzled, and one night she nearly tripped over her dog because she wasn't paying attention. That's when she decided to try a nighttime routine, and it changed everything. So, what does a calming bedtime routine look like? It's not about adding stress or a long list of tasks. Start with something as simple as turning off screens, your phone, TV, or tablet, at least 30 minutes before bed. That blue light can keep your brain wired, making it harder to fall asleep. Instead, try something soothing, like reading a book, listening to soft music, or even doing a quick stretch. One of my favorite tricks is a 1-minute breathing exercise. Sit on the edge of your bed, close your eyes, and take 5 slow, deep breaths, counting to 4 as you inhale and exhale. It's like hitting a reset button for your nervous system. Linda started doing this, and she says it's like her worries melt away, helping her sleep deeper and wake up clearer-headed. Another part of this routine is setting up your space for success. Before you climb into bed, make sure everything you might need at night is within reach. Your glasses, a glass of water, maybe a flashlight if you don't have a nightlight. This way, you're not rummaging around in the dark or reaching for something that's just out of reach. You can also keep a small notebook by your bed for jotting down any thoughts that pop up, like call the doctor tomorrow or buy milk. This keeps your mind from spinning and lets you relax, knowing you've got it handled. Linda added this to her routine, and she says it's like giving herself permission to let go of the day. Now, here's the best part. When you pair this calming routine with the other habits we've talked about, you're creating a nighttime system that works like a charm. A clear path means you're not tripping over clutter. Soft lighting guides you safely. Pausing to settle keeps you steady. Strong legs and a strong core give you confidence. And a calm, focused mind ties it all together, so you're moving with purpose, not panic. It's like building a safety net around your nights, and it feels so good to know you're taking care of yourself in such a practical way. As you start putting these habits into place, you'll notice something amazing. They don't just prevent falls. They make you feel more in control, more capable, and even more energized. Small changes like these can have a ripple effect, helping you live with more confidence and joy, whether you're 60, 70, or beyond. I think about folks like Mary, John, Susan, Robert, and Linda, who all found ways to make their nights safer and their days brighter. They didn't need fancy gadgets or big lifestyle overhauls, just a few simple tweaks that made all the difference. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one nighttime habit you're going to try tonight? Maybe it's clearing that rug by your bed, adding a nightlight, or taking a moment to breathe before you stand. Share your thoughts or even your own tips, because we're all in this together, learning and growing. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who need this advice. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on living your best life at any age. Here's to safer nights, better sleep, and feeling strong every step of the way. I'll see you in the next video.